I am a mother of three. I grew up in Hamilton, Ontario. I grew up going to Burkhalter United Church. I went there most of my childhood with my parents. I went through a really rough patch in my life for many years. When I moved out of Hamilton to Niagara region, my life just started changing. It's when I started coming to Southridge and started meeting new people and definitely became a totally new person. Changed my personality. I was a miserable, grouchy person. I feel more cheerful and loving and caring and positive. I've definitely become somebody I wasn't, that's for sure. I feel like it's my time for me to wash away all the horrible, bad things that have happened in my past. Over the past year, I've just noticed a lot of change and a lot of good happening in my life, and the only explanation I have for that is God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believeth in him shall not perish and have eternal life. I know this is what I need to do. I just know something is telling me that it's right, and this is where I need to be.
I was raised in St. Catharines and brought up in a Roman Catholic family. I went to church every Sunday. Every Sunday seemed to be a very holy day, but every other day in the week, people could do whatever they want, and it seemed like people could sin and do whatever they wanted. Looking into Christianity, a lot of realization for myself was following Jesus every day is something that's I look at as very important. At the age of 16, I was diagnosed with cancer, so my church roots were very opened up. I had a whole protocol I had to go through, so every day I was driving an hour, and through that hour it was a lot of prayer and a lot of connection with Jesus. And once I was healthy from cancer, I was very much into sports and had my friends, and it took me away from Jesus. I was introduced to Southridge, and slowly we began continuously going to church every Sunday. I had a medical scare with SMART syndrome recently, and it opened my eyes to get closer to Jesus. That is why I'm here today, and I want to get baptized. Well, the baptism means everything to me. I dedicate my life to Jesus.
I was born in St. Catharines and grew up in Port Dalhousie. I was there for about 20 years, and it's a great place to grow up as a kid. My mother had all five of us. She sent us to Sunday school, and I really enjoyed it. I was a very nasty person. I wouldn't do anything for anybody. They would ask me, oh, can I get a ride? Nope. Can you help me out, lend me some money? Nope. You know, I was very nasty. Then I started coming to the Southridge dinners. And everybody was so warm and inviting. And then I met Ken and Bertha and became really good friends with the two of them. They invited me to their home for dinner several times, backyard barbecues. Ken was, you got to come to church. You got to come to church. You got to come to church. And I just kept telling him no. I just kept doing that until one day I got up on a Sunday morning and thought, I'm going to give it a shot. And they invited me in lovingly. I had a very rough time going through COVID. I was alone, I had nobody, and I actually got to the point where I was just about suicidal. The church kind of saved me. One of my biggest influences for me to get baptized came from a 14-year-old boy. He gave this speech one Sunday at church, and I was so moved by it. He's so focused on what he's doing for his life, and he's devoted to Jesus. And Jesus will do the same for me. I think it's just going to mean that I'm going to be a better person, much happier.